Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Saturday Night Forum. Tonight, I am joined by my good friend Ron Stryker here, since our pal Mooseman, my normal co-host, is recovering right now, but he is recovering quite
Godspeed,
well.
brother.
Yeah, he's recovering quite well. He's tough as nails too. We got that in common. But anyways, why don't we give it a couple minutes here? Let a few people get in here. It's kind of an odd time slot,
Joe's
because
here.
right now there's so many people that are streaming live. It's like,
Yeah, you got to fight for those viewers. I mean, it's like TV.
mm,
You got to fight for those viewers. Those minutes watched.
yeah,
So you got to have something. With me, I when I did my movie test night, I tried to do it on a night that nobody was going to be streaming, and and so forth. But yeah, I
what,
invited just a couple of people, and one of the guys, Bug Out Bushido,
uh-huh.
contacted me the other day. He says, "Hey, I just got your message." I'm going, "What? I
I
sent
said,
that out months ago." And it's just like he says, "Yeah."
ah,
I go, "What? What the hell, man? Don't you?" You must use cell service for your internet. He says, "Yeah, I'm all the way out in the sticks." I'm going,
yeah,
"Yeah,
man, pretty
yeah,
far out.
that'll do it."
Good to see you, Joe Morgan. Hello, Steve. Mm,
Big BG
yeah,
guns.
amen to that, Joe Morgan. Yep, but they're trying to kill our rights. Absolutely.
Nikki.
What's up, BG? Oh, you're seeing the chat quicker, and I can't hear you good.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey,
Hey, Nikki.
hey, Nikki. Hey, Jake.
H556 in the house.
It's been a minute. Big guns, BG guns.
Uh, Chicken out here in Texas. Okay. Chill.
Got about 9 here.
Okay. Chicken out here in Texas. Reminds me of the Leroy Jenkins. Leroy, what the F were you doing? Hey, man, at least I got chicken. Uh, that's a pure battle cry. Leroy Jenkins. Now that's a battle cry. Um,
You went to ground months ago. Oh, just watching the show, waiting for the end.
to ground, huh?
Just wait. I'm waiting for people to get in here so everybody can
Yeah.
say their hellos and. But we were talking a little bit about what's going on with nursing right now. I mean, I know that I've heard reports that there's a lot of them that are just simply refusing because they refuse to take it.
Yeah, yeah. Just remember what you got. Uh, Security guy 42 got his second strike. Yesterday? So I'm going to try and keep my language trying free and clear so you don't
Yeah,
get a
we'll
strike.
try to. Yeah, we're gonna have to use codes and stuff like that,
Yeah, yeah,
but you'll pretty much figure it out.
yeah.
What's up?
The hokey pokey.
Yeah, the hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. What's up, Ron? I mean, yeah,
We got a
there's
lot of Rons
so many
here.
damn Rons on here. It's like when everybody's like, "Hello, Ron," it's like, "Hey,
Which one?
New hat? No, actually, my brother Detroit Preppin sent me this hat.
Oh, speaking of which, have you heard from him lately?
Not too recently. I should give him a call, find out what he's
I
up to.
texted him the other day, and I was going to message him on Monday, or actually call him because I texted him saying, hey man, we've me and a couple other YouTubers were talking about you and haven't heard from you in a while. Are you okay? Just checking in, seeing if you're all right, if you need anything.
Thanks, Matrix. I appreciate the thumbs up, brother or sister. Can't really tell from screen names all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, the best life. Yeah, it's tough trying to tag on the phone.
Oh yeah. Uh, you can't put the at in their name. Man, YouTube's got that thing. I mean, remember when you used to just be able to click on somebody's icon and then boom, it'd take you right to their channel?
Yeah, not anymore.
No, they did away with that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for Rumble to have free streaming.
Do they have streaming over there?
Yeah, you got to pay $25 a month for unlimited streaming.
Wow. Well, at least it's an option.
Joe Morgan, what? Yeah, the pistol mags are expensive.
Got the last. Oh, the mags. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
most expensive. Well, it depends on like I've got the XDS, and even like a 7 round mag is like freaking 35, almost $40, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, ma'am? Hey, you want to pop in here, ma'am? Or are you like on the road right now? I'll send you a link if you want it. Hey, what's up, Harvey?
Yeah, Harvey. Thanks.
Harvey Black's dude. He's a great moderator. Love having him in here.
Who, Harvey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Latin Patriot? $35 a piece. Got 10 for my G3. They're terrible price. Yeah, geez, Louise. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've got a couple of the 6 rounders too, but came with 2, but
Yeah.
I went up to 7 because I like. Well, first of all, I like it because it's got the extra the finger grip there because it's a subcompact, so it gives you a little bit more of a pinky. Because with the 6, it's just flat and it's like then your pinky is just
Yeah.
kind of flapping out there.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, the G3 at my local surplus shop for a while, they had G3 used G3 mags for $5 a piece.
Got you,
That was
ma'am.
yeah, and yeah, but God, those were the days. That's why I went with a 92 FS as my go-to, and for a while I was getting those surplus mags for like $11 a piece. Some of them brand new in the package.
The
Yeah,
full
Joe.
size. Ow.
Yeah,
Inside the waistband.
yeah. Those
Go.
G3s, the full size, it's like the Glock 17. Where if you got the Taurus G3C or the G2C, it takes the same magazine, and you'll have that gap like you will on the like with the Glock 17 mag and the Glock 19. But at the same time, you're running like a lot. You know.
So So what's going on with this whole nursing crisis thing you were talking?
Okay, yeah, we got enough to mention all that.
Yeah, I think
Okay, all right. Here's the deal. I work in the healthcare field, um, and I when I messaged Dangerous for you folks watching. Um, I messaged you what around around 7:45 Eastern time,
it'd be about five
and
o'clock my time.
yeah, and I totally forgot because I normally work second shift, and by the time I get off work, you're starting Dangerous After Dark. Well, um, I messaged you just right after I got out of the shower, after I got done doing a 13-hour shift. Um, here's the problem. There's a shortage of nurses nationwide. Okay, especially as well as nursing aides. Um, like today, I would have gone home at 2 o'clock, and I would have got home, did some homework, and all is good in the world. But no, we had a no call, no show, and a call off. So that if I would have left at 2 o'clock, that would have put for two aides for 60 residents. That's a lot of people. So luckily, they called one person in, and I stayed until 7. It was almost 7 by the time I got all my stuff done. So
Have they like mandated that you take the
not mandated. In Ohio, some people have pushed legally, and it's up to the individual companies. In the hospitals, they're not mandating it per se, but they're highly encouraging it. My instructors are current nurses and or current staff nurses, meaning as they're teaching, they actually do work a shift in the hospitals. And 3 out of my 5 instructors, they all said that once these hospitals they start mandating, there's going to be a mass walkout.
hmm
Yep. And,
doctors and nurses? Yep.
uh, questionable about the doctors, but then again, you might get that as well. Um, trying to pick my words carefully here. Um, they did say my instructors did say there would be a mass exodus, um, but at the same time, um, I don't want to. Like I said, I got to pick my words carefully here. Um, but yeah, it's they expect that, but at the same time, I kind of wonder why. Why are they mandating it?
hmm
You know, um, I'm thinking the reason why I know some schools have mandated it, and um, my question is, okay, has anybody gone to them and say, look, if you want us, if you're mandating this, are you going to take responsibility? They're saying is, well, we're not going to take responsibility. It's your choice whether you want to go to school here. And I think that's the reason why the hospitals in my area have not mandated it, because if they are faced with a mass walkout, who's going to work?
Exactly.
Yeah. But then again, the news media that all the people who totally buy this nonsense hook, line, and sinker, um, they're they're believing this, as in, oh my God, we're all gonna die.
Yeah. Mm,
The unjabbed are gonna kill us all.
yep.
No, no. I mean, the biggest argument, the most valid argument that the nursing staff mentioned was, We worked for an entire year before we were able to get the hokey pokey.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I
so
kind of
far, yeah.
sorry.
You caught yourself. That's
Yeah.
good.
Um, Before they got the hokey pokey, they worked for an entire year. So, is it truly that dangerous, if you will?
No.
So, and I'm pulling up reports from around the world that nobody in the States wants to talk about. I'm missing the chat. Um, yeah, AZ Infidel. I remember I could find that stuff. Um, Not the paste, but actually the tablets about a good year and a half ago on eBay. And now I can't find that stuff no more. You know, but that's how the nursing problem is in my area. I wanted to mention, a friend of the family is a nurse, and I can't remember if she finally graduated. She was going to school. She was going to be a nurse practitioner. Long story short, the hospital she's working at they're put out a mandate, all hands on deck, as in everybody's showing up for work. It's that chaotic. So don't know what's really going on. People are very tight-lipped, and basically she mentioned that not only is she getting her regular wage, she's also making, as a bonus, $90 an hour. Yeah.
That's one hell of a damn bonus.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Well,
you
I mean, with me, because I stayed over, the facility I work at, if you pick up, if it's an emergency, say if it's an 8-hour shift, you make $150 for extra for the shift on top of whatever you make. Now, because I was working over 8 hours, are they paying me time and a half plus the $150 bonus? Be nice. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Ching.
yeah. So, um, that's something else I wanted to chime in. Um, the shortage. I don't know what's going on. I don't work in a hospital. I hate the hospitals. Um, I'd rather deal with the nursing home. Granted, to me it's harder work. It's more work because people live there. I want some water. I want to get up to go to the bathroom. It's the general stuff, but they got their belongings scattered throughout their little space. There's two people. Most of them are two people per room, and you get some of these old people that they've downsized their life. Living in a good sized house, now downsized to a room of 8 by 12. Just enough room for a bed and space around. You have for your nightstand that you can keep your tchotchkes on, but some of them they want to bring their entire house in there. It's like, no, bro, no, and yeah.
What's up,
Um, was it backwoods? Hey,
Hey, what's up, John? Hey,
I
Ginger. Listening
pro
well.
life American.
Good.
I was missing the chats because I had just the StreamYard tab up.
I got
Who's
you.
all here?
You got Michelle in the chat.
Okay, Cherokee Survival. Hey, how you doing?
Man, that's got to be something, though. Yeah, $90 an hour. And
Yeah,
like, who makes that kind of money? And unless you're a damn lawyer, you know what I mean?
yeah. No, unless you're a nurse and it's all hands on deck and you're pulling 16-hour shifts.
Are you really getting that busy, though, man?
Like I said, um, nursing school is tough, believe me. And it's rough. It's rough when you're younger. I see when I the school I'm going to, I got my associates there years ago, like back in the mid to late '90s. Okay, and some of my classmates, they were taking the anatomy or the biology, college algebra, and they were taking the full classes on top of some. They got in early, and they were in tears because either they didn't get a seat in the nursing program, or the class load is just way too much. And I'm thinking, damn, you
Yeah,
know.
that's another good question I got for you. I out there where you're at, most of the people that go in there in the nursing program are, would you consider them more patriotic, or are they more liberal?
It's a mix. We don't discuss politics. And with me as a male, later, if you want to say up in years, you know, um, and plus with me, I come in wearing a boonie hat and my backpack looks military. Um, so I try and keep my head down as much as possible. I stick my head up enough, asking questions in class. Um, and that's about it, because I just want to get through this. But I have come across the one semester I was in. Oh, she was definitely a hardcore leftist. She made the comment, non-breeder and proud of it. She meant she called herself. Yeah, I don't know if you caught that.
Not.
Non-breeder, non-breeder, and
Oh,
proud of it.
oh,
She's married with suppose yeah, she's married to a guy, but she doesn't want kids. That means she's a non-breeder, and that's what the left.
that's a personal choice. Me
Yeah,
personally, I mean, did I expect to have kids? Not necessarily, but I'll tell you what, they're the best thing that ever happened to me. They helped turn my life around, to be
yeah,
honest.
I mean, if you're unable to have kids, that's another thing. But you
At
don't.
least the legacy will live on.
Yes, yes, yeah, backwoods. Yeah, well, it's nursing, so
I'm not.
yeah, backwoods law says that. Oh, that sounds like a fun
Okay,
class.
all right, outdoor. I got you. I got you. Yeah, because I'm not really watching the YouTube side. I'm watching the StreamYard chat, so I can't
Yeah,
see if you got a wrench or if you don't. But if you're usually around here, yeah, don't worry about it. The people. That's the best thing about this channel, about both of these channels. Just I got such great people in the chat. I mean, you just a mouth breather, Ginger, a mouth breather. That's funny. Uh, I look around the world and say, "Would Jesus return?" Oh, I
let's
know.
say see the people.
I know,
Okay.
Michelle. It's horrible, but I mean, Texas is trying to do something about it. But man, they're trying to call them racist, and you know, oh, God, that's another thing that really pisses me off, Ron, is when it came to abortion, they're all like, "My body, my choice, my body, my choice."
Yeah,
But with this new jab thing, it's like, no, you're gonna take it or else. You know what I mean? Like seriously, um, it's absolute. It's hypocrisy, is what it is. But
yeah. I want to throw in. Oops, where is it? Yeah, American Warhorse. Warhorse. He
yeah,
said
Danny. Yeah.
the people working those care units would be considered support types, They're not RNs. For every RN, you've got 3 support people. If you're lucky. Sometimes you have one, if it may be a good day, 3, but
HSI.
yeah, no. Like today, you don't have 3 people per RN. That's at my facility. Now, maybe in the hospital, it may be different.
Hello, Diamond. So good to see you, hon.
Uh,
I was watching Dawn of the Dead earlier. Good movie to get
Dawn
me.
of the Dead or Shaun of the Dead?
Dawn of the Dead,
Oh,
the original. Well, actually, Night of the Living Dead was the first one, and
mhm.
then I know they made a couple after that, but yeah, Dawn of the Dead, the one with Vin Rames and Tupac or whatever his name is. Not Tupac.
Vic
Con-
Grimes. Was he a rapper?
yeah, he was. I can't remember his name. Somebody in the chat will probably remember it. Um, but yeah, it was mainly it was Vin. Do you say it Vin or Vin? Uh, yeah, but the big black guy don't plays in
Okay.
quite a few movies actually.
Okay. I think I know the one you're talking about. Vic Grimes.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay. American War Horse. Hit the wrong key. Meant to say 2. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's rough being
Day of the
a
yeah,
nurse aide, but at times, like when the whole COOF lockdown happened, I was the only one taking care of one of the few people.
that's
Bing
the
Rhymes, that's it, that's it. I'm terrible with names, but yeah. Um, but one gentleman, he eventually passed. He got to see I helped him make it to where he finally saw his wife outside the window. They wouldn't let family in, and people were in the active stages
yep,
of dying. And I
yep,
go, you know what? Put these people closest to, like, say, an outside door, and these people are already dying.
exactly.
Let the family come in, because having family hold this person's hand as they're dying. They may have hours, and this guy did. He waited until his wife came to see him, and he died like 2 hours later after she left.
That's yeah, this mess up. I'll be honest. It's not quite a similar story, but yeah, my son actually fell off a ladder and broke his leg shortly after this coof thing happened. And anyways, I get an unknown caller, and I'm like, wow, I don't normally get unknown callers, so I answered it. He's hey, this is Doctor So and So, and I just wanted to let you know that I've got your son here, and he fell and broke his leg, and I was like, holy crap, and he's like, don't worry, he's okay, and but it was a compound fracture.
Ooh.
Luckily, it didn't protrude out of the skin,
Oh, that was good.
but still, they had to go in, put a pin in there, and stuff like that. But anyways, I was like, hey, all right, that's fine. I was like, I'll be up there in an hour, and he's like, well, you can come up here, but you're not going to be able to see your son. And I'm like, what? And I mean, before I lost my temper on the doctor because he's the one working on my son, you want to kind of be nice to those kind of people.
Oh
But
yeah.
anyways, I was like, oh man, are you kidding me? He's like, no, no, with all this going on, just we're not allowing family members or anybody in there to see him. I'm like, are you kidding me? So literally, I didn't see my son for about 3 days. And yeah, it sucked. But Yeah, I kind of understand where you're coming from. I mean, if you're on your deathbed, I would be like super pissed. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, yeah.
What's the gorilla tape?
Oh, Joe
um,
Morgan. Oh, dude. Uh, he found people assaulting his mom in her wheelchair when they were trying to do a welfare check on his dying grandma. Oh, dude, that's nothing.
best best life.
What? What?
I could have broken my own leg to get in. And well, he might have put me next to him, but
Yeah,
I'm not willing to go that far to see my son. I knew he was in good hands, so.
yeah. Um, no. What was it? Joe, my neighbor across the street. He was saying that his wife's mom was in a nursing home and she couldn't go in, but she was looking through the window and she could have swore she saw one of the aides wearing her mother's sweater that she bought for her mom. Same color, everything, and it's just like
Oh,
seriously. I mean, there was
oh,
when this
yep,
whole lockdown happened, there was so much unreported abuse.
yep.
I mean, the abuse was rampant. I mean, you had to have seen
They
the
actually,
video.
I believe they've shut one of the nursing homes, or I don't know if they shut it down, but they had to change management because, yeah, the news team went in there and found all the shenanigans going on,
Yeah,
and yeah, they got in
yeah,
big trouble.
yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm so grateful that they're allowing people in my facility and to come in and check on their family members, and some of them will help uh, bathe their relatives. Like they want it done their way. It's like, okay, go for it. We'll help you. We'll get mom or dad into the shower room and get you all the supplies you need, and
oh,
you come and get us when you get done because it actually helps us. We as aides, instead of us doing the showers, like we would be normally supposed to do, it allows us to give better care to the other residents if we're short staffed. Because it's at our facility, it was built back in the early 70s, and the HVAC system isn't what it used to be, and um, in the hallways it's just ungodly hot, and some residents have the AC units almost turned off because they're cold. Well, yeah, they're on blood thinners and
hmm.
other cardiac meds, um, and they're just laying in bed. Of course, they're going to be cold. They're not moving around. Well, you got us aides and nurses. We're running around doing stuff, taking care of people, and since I have to wear masks at work, um, the mask I'm changing masks like 4 or 5 times, not because they're dirty, it's because they're full of sweat. They're
Hmm.
soaked through. So yeah,
Don't worry about that one, Liz. Like you're trustworthy. It's like Cheshire Cat, and it is good to see you again, Cheshire. I know it's been a while, but I'm glad to see you back.
oh yeah, I haven't seen you in a long minute,
Hey, Shane,
but yeah,
GBA,
that's
what's up, my brother? By the way, if you want a handcrafted wooden flag, um, GBA is the man to talk to right there. So I think he's
okay.
I don't know who all is wrenched and who is. I think everybody in here is wrenched. And there's a lot of channels like you can't go around wrenching everybody. It messes with the YouTube algorithm or something. It's like Hey, it's my choice. You know what? I've known all these people. They keep coming back, and yeah, they're like I said. I trust my chat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to mention if we get any trolls in here, they're
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know we don't even have to worry about them. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
actually
Now the
some.
other guys here, the team of mods or the Secret Army of mods here will take care of those trolls quick. Yeah, Joe, you're right. They don't want the coup to end. The insurance companies, um,
Mhm.
because they're
They're
getting they're raking in money hand over fist.
Of course, it's taxpayer money, but
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, um, yeah. Uh, I'm so, like I said, I'm so glad that people are allowed back into the facility again. So, excuse
a
me.
lot of creators going to
I'm
Rumble.
sorry. I'm just trying to keep up on the chat. I missed so much while I was talking.
Yeah, and see, I would go over to Rumble myself. The only thing is as long as they let me still do my thing up here, which they seem to for the most part. I mean, I got to be careful on this channel because this is my only monetized channel. So I kind of I got to watch what I say on this one, but my After Dark channel, man, we just straight out discuss stuff, and it gets a little crazy, but
Yeah, they get your clicks.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
I easily I'll get 70, 80 people in that chat. Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, the only downside is with Rumble with the live streaming, you got to pay that $25 a month.
yeah,
So, oh,
and
so
and
go
if
ahead.
you're like already paying for StreamYards, I mean, if you got the money, great, do it. But me personally, it's like I just stick with the StreamYards. It's easy to use, and so.
Let's see. I'm already subbed to you at Rumble. JH556. Who? Dangerous or myself? Because I'm on Rumble too.
I
Dangerous, you
I
got a Rumble channel?
I know I'm on Odyssey and I'm on BitChute, but I don't think I signed up on Rumble yet. Maybe I'll look into that. Maybe
Yeah.
give me something to do tomorrow.
Oh, she was referring to Michelle. Okay, never mind. But yeah, I just haven't had time to throw down some content. One thing I wanted to talk about. Um, I've with the insanity going on, I started going to Brent0331. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
What is that backup channel or?
No, that's a channel for those who are interested in military history, uh, as well as kind of it's kind of instructional. Check him out. Um, Basically, I took his I can't talk. I'm so freaking tired. Infantryman's Guide. I saved some core stuff and put it over on my. Let's see, what's that floating blob thing behind? Oh, hang on. Let me put it on screen. This thing, that is a bag. It's a sombrero that my grandfather had. Oh, thank you, Joe. Yep, that's the Brent's channel. That sombrero belonged to my grandfather. He picked it up at some gas station years ago, and when he died, we were divvying up some of his stuff. Couple of things I wanted. One was that sombrero. That's a cool sombrero. And two was a crank out of a old military field phone. that my grandfather was. They used to call him the Sheeny of World War II. He was a junk collector. He had all kinds of tchotchkes. One thing he wished he would have been able to bring home was a brass rangefinder out of a Panzer II tank.
No, it looks like you got a bag over your fan in the back corner there.
Right here?
Yeah, that side. Yeah, that side.
Yeah, that's a sombrero. I got
Oh,
my
really?
ceiling fan blown. I got my ceiling fan on, and it's poofing it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what they're talking. That's the blob. But yeah, but I never got the hand crank generator. That thing was fun to play around with. But yeah, he didn't have the. It was basically the stuff that he could fit inside of his duffel bag, plus have his stuff to come home with. I mean, he even had a Luftwaffe flight jacket he picked up off of a downed Messerschmitt pilot. I mean, he had all kinds of tchotchkes.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got some training bullets from a Mauser 8mm. Still had the powder in them, but the bullets were wood. Yeah, some Deutschmarks from the Third Reich, both paper and coin. He had a Nazi armband with the previous owner's name, the little sticker with the previous owner's name still in it. He had a officer's field manual that was printed. Half the pages were printed in color. That means that was early in the war or pre-war. Because later on, my grandfather told me those pages were all black and white to save on printing costs. I forget. He had all kinds of crap, and so forth.
He didn't have like a necklace with ears on it, right?
No.
That was Vietnam.
Yeah, that was Vietnam. But he had some stories, and here's the thing. Up until I started asking questions and asking him tell me some of his stories, he never talked about some of the stuff that went on.
Yeah.
And my mom, who was that was her dad, and my aunt and uncle, even my grandmother, never heard him talk about his time in Europe. He went to Europe. He hit the shores a few days after D-Day. They wanted him close to the front because he spoke English, French, or basically his main languages were Polish and English. He was first generation born in the U.S., but he also spoke French and a little bit of German, and maybe a little Russian too. So he was pushed way up front because he could translate quick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you got to remember, all the guys that were shipped over, they were either living in the city or living in the country.
Yep.
Farm boys.
Yep. They only send the poor.
Yep.
Isn't that interesting how that works?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been going on since at least the Civil War.
Oh yeah. All right, Liz. Yeah, I actually had family from Pennsylvania that fought in that. Yeah. Then again, my family's been here since before the Revolution, actually.
Hang on, I'm just trying to catch up on.
I guess
556. Yeah, everybody's focused on the blob behind me. It's the blob.
Native American here.
Yeah, my grandmother, she was tracing back her roots, and she got as far back as a little town in France. Back, she wished she could have traced it back even further, but that dialect of Old French of the early 1700s, she just couldn't understand.
Can you read that comment?
Oh, if you're feeling down, just remember it took 20 years, trillions of dollars. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so true, though.
Yeah.
Hey, what's
So
up,
true.
Lazarus?
But, I remember I got off subject because everybody was talking about the blob. But anyways, yeah, I started out copying or reposting Brent 0331's videos, and now I'm looking at more down to earth stuff like electrical wiring. You know, how to wire a wall outlet, how to wire a panel, and how to wire a switch, like a three position switch.
Yeah, the wall outlets was never an issue with me. But yeah, when it came to wiring in the panel, I left that to the professionals.
Yeah. Unless you had, you got to have professionals deal with it. But if you're doing, like, say, hey, Moose Man. No problem, brother. Yeah, I needed to talk about the current state of affairs, the healthcare industry.
You mentioned something about a Denny's episode that you had recently.
Oh God! Oh God! Denny's. Yes, you gotta love Denny's. I failed my checkoff because in the nursing program, you have certain major skills you have to pass, like how to do a blood pressure, manual blood pressure with.
I'm sorry, is that bass getting too loud for anybody?
It is kind of annoying.
Okay, hold on.
Yell at the kids.
Yeah, I'm going
to. Go, Dangerous, go. Bust some heads.
Dude, trying to live stream here. Everybody's like, what the fuck is that noise in the background?
And he goes right back to it.
That didn't help. It's still just as loud.
Tell him to take it outside.
Dude, a little bit of respect. Whatever. I let you live. Dude. You don't hear me doing that shit while you're live streaming?
Yeah, backwoods. Yep. It's a temporary fix, but you really need a tourniquet for that.
All right. Hopefully that's better.
It is slightly. But
he's like, I'm like, dude, can you show me some respect? He's like, why don't you show me respect? I never get to play guitar. I was like, I never stopped you once. I didn't say you can't play. I just said, turn it the fuck down. I'm telling you, that kid, he's like my mini me. Just as stubborn as I was when I was his age.
Yeah. But anyways, as I was saying, blood pressure cuff.
Okay.
Okay, with a manual blood pressure cuff or a sphygmomanometer. I know I'm butchering the name, but yeah, we use those because the manual sometimes is more accurate than the nurse on a stick that the nurses cart around with them and take into the room. But in the checkoff, there's a point where you have to state in the beginning. You would state that you would check, you would or not check, but you would assess for any site restrictions like IV lines, mastectomies, that kind of thing. I didn't state it, but I checked it, but I didn't state it. That kind of made me fail. So I had to redo it. But thankfully, a buddy of mine was able to be my patient and to be a good sport. You know, hey, dude, it's I'll treat you to lunch or a late breakfast. What would you like? He says, dude, let's do 10 a.m. and we'll go for a late breakfast. Cool. We'll go to the closest place is Denny's. He goes, okay, that sounds good. I haven't been there in years. Oh, dude, the tables were sticky. We waited 20 minutes before anybody got to us. Now, here's something. I get that nobody wants to work. I get that. But at the same time, you could have the server come in and say, hey, guys, you know, we're short-staffed, but we appreciate your business. Can I at least get your drink orders in and so forth? And, you know, within 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, you know, I get you're busy. But 20 minutes? And, yeah, no.
Dude, every restaurant we've got here, it's like they'll seat you, and understaffed or not, the first thing they do is like, "Can I get your drink order?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And catch it. I mean, fortunately, both my friend who was my patient and we both knew what we wanted ahead of time. Well, with me, I wanted a grand slam until I noticed, ooh, super slam. Okay, we'll do that. Let's harden the artery some more. So, clear. So, yeah. So she got her drink order. We also ordered at the same time. So she was prompt with the drinks. Fortunately, you know, I only got coffee. My buddy only got water. And when she came back with her food, which did take a little bit because there's only one cook. She said, "Can I get you guys anything else?" I go, "Yes, a refill on the coffee, please." So she goes, "Okay." So I'm thinking she'll be right back. So I nearly finished my cup. She never came back at all. And my buddy and I, we were sitting so long, we were half tempted because they left a bottle of syrup on the table. I was half tempted to pull Super Troopers. You ever see that movie?
It's been a long ass time.
Where they're drinking the syrup, seeing who could chug a bottle of syrup.
Oh, good grief. No.
Oh, Backwoods Law. Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
thank
she
you,
probably
bro.
didn't get a very good tip either.
No, it was my treat, so I still tipped the 15%. You know, I gave her that. I gave her. I'm easygoing. You know, I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. So yeah, at least Backwoods Law. Oh, that trips up EMTs and the practical exams all the time. You're not alone. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, that Denny's. Yeah, no. If I ever have to redo one of those massive oh shoot, I'm pulling a blank here.
You ever have to go back?
Major skill check. What's that?
Oh, major skill check. Okay. You're not
Yeah.
going back to that Denny's either way.
No, my buddy, we're going to pick around 11 to noon, and because there's a burger joint that's close by. They got some damn good burgers.
Look, 40
It's
years.
a little hole in the wall that's been there for, God, 30, 40 years. And they got some damn good food.
we have this Italian joint up the road from us that we normally go to. And this is a messed up story too. I know I've told it to some of the people on the After Dark, but it was my son's 21st birthday. And so we normally go to this little Italian place called Milano. And the people there are great. They know us. We get great service um, and everything like that. They were closed. So we're like, okay, well, where are we going to go? It's like, well, there's a Chili's just like a block away. But my grandpa's stepdad, in this case, was like, I don't do Chili's. So I'm like, all right, well, let's go to Outbacks. And I was like, okay, man, I haven't been to Outbacks in a while, so let's go try it out. Well, apparently, they got a lot of socialists working there. I happen to be wearing one of my Arizona 3% Pride shirts. And, anyways, so my steak came out freaking basically overcooked. Everybody else's looked great, but no, yeah, mine was just shit. And then after that, I went out to go have a cigarette. And when I out on the patio to have a cigarette, when I try to come back in, the freaking doors are locked. And I'm like, what in the hell's going on here? And then after about a minute, one of the little hostesses or something comes up and unlocks the door.
Bless
and, and tries to give me some excuse of, oh, we've been having issues with this door. But I heard her unlock it. You can tell a deadbolt when it fucking unlocks. And so I was like, you little bastards. And, it's like, we're paying customers here. But anyways, and then to top it all off, when we left, as we were leaving, I saw this she had to have been about, I don't know, 4'8" old, probably about 75, 80 years old, goes up, yanks the door right open. And I'm like, okay, that right there clears up the whole story. They're all trying. My family, because I told them when I got right back in, I was like, they just freaking locked me out. Like, no, they wouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, they would. And they're like, well, it could be a vacuum from the air conditioning unit. Just trying to make up
Yeah,
shit.
and swamp and the rays of the sun rays from Venus bouncing off swamp gas in the middle of the Okefenokee swamp. Yeah.
But yeah, so like you said, I'm never going back to that damn restaurant ever again.
That's a shame.
Yeah, and it's an Outbacks. You'd think they'd be more respectable to their customers than that, not worry
Well,
about politics and I mean, it's not like I was yelling about politics or anything like that, but
yeah. Well, the problem is with Outback, it's a chain restaurant like Texas Roadhouse, Arby's. Well, not Arby's. That's a fast food joint.
mhm.
Oh God. See, I don't go out to eat. A lot of the places I go
I don't either.
is family owned. So, um,
That's what I like about Milano's is,
yeah,
yeah, it's family. Well, not my family owned, but
yeah.
like I said, it's like when we go there, the people know us. They give us great service.
Mm-hmm.
Never had an issue, and they're more patriotic. And
Yeah.
like I said, man, I guess at that certain Applebee's or that certain Outback, they're just a bunch of little socialist little punks. They were all standing around the hostess table or hostess thingy, kind of chuckling and shit. When I walked back in, I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm glad
You
you.
should have gotten a hold of corporate.
Yeah, a lot of people told me that too.
Sometimes you have to pull that Karen card. I want to speak to your manager. No, you don't speak to the manager. You speak to corporate because that Outback is basically a
Offset of the corporate,
yeah.
yeah,
It's not a chain.
it's a franchise.
Franchise. Thank you. my mind's fried right now. But yeah, it's a franchise, and the franchise owner could lose their franchise. And if the franchise owner is a douchebag, socialist, fine, have them lose the franchise. Teach them a lesson.
Had a waiter chase me and my family out to the parking lot, asked him where's his tip. Told him had he bothered to check the bill, he'd. Oh, good grief,
Oh
man!
yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of
Yeah,
Outbacks, they're dangerous. But a guy I knew back, around early 2000, um, he was from Australia,
amen. Yeah,
and and he was getting back then. He was getting sick of the nonsense that was going on, and he says, "Yeah, me and the wife, we're going to move back to Australia. Um, there's just too many Outbacks, not enough kangaroos."
we always used to call it. There's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, but
Yeah, but
yeah,
here,
same,
yeah,
same. Yeah,
yeah, but
but
he,
so did they move back to Australia? Because
oh yeah, oh yeah,
oh, good
and
grief,
the
they're
best thing
probably
is,
regretting it now.
oh God, yes. But then again, he was a bit of a lefty, so he's probably enjoying the whole thing.
I
Um,
don't
yeah,
know.
he sold off everything to because he couldn't take it with him. He had a DVD player that was a region free DVD player. I bought off of him for like $25. Um, because at the time DVD players were everywhere, and and it was a used one. So
So,
you know,
what does that mean? So, like, you could watch Asian porn without any problems? Or?
that's what the computer's for, dude.
Oh, well, they didn't
Get
have
with the
computers.
times. Get
They
with the
didn't have. Well,
times.
I mean, they had computers back then, but they were ginormous. But
Well, yeah, and the
oh,
internet was slow as all hell. But
yeah. Oh,
but then
okay.
again, that's what video stores are for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
thought. I never mind. I thought I forget you're younger than I am. I mean,
Me?
I remember the days before internet. So
So do I. So do I.
okay.
I mean, I'll be 50 this year, dude.
You'll be
So
50 when?
this year,
Holy crap! You're actually older than I am.
yeah, yeah. American Warhorse, they've gone total batshit crazy. But no, this the region free DVD player is like say any how should I put this? U.S. and Canada. If you look at a back of a DVD, um, I don't have any DVDs with me. If you look at the back of a DVD, there's like a little globe with
Hmm.
a number one. That's region one. Uh, Japan. Uh, there's different formats of televisions. There's NTSC.
Mm-hmm.
That's U.S., Canada, Mexico, and Japan, and I forget what else in Asia. Um,
61 tomorrow. Hey, you know what, Benjamin? I will absolutely celebrate your birthday.
happy early birthday, brother. Um, but that's those countries. Let's see, those countries are NTSC. Europe is PAL. France is their own little thing that's used to be called CSCAM. SCACAM. Oh God, this is back in the early 2000s. I knew this from um, my college from one of the college courses. Um, China is its own format. North Korea is its own format. Yeah, only because they're communists, so they
Hmm.
do their own thing. You do you,
Exactly.
boo. Yeah, you do you.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anyways,
they are doing them, and they're actually pissing off a lot of places, a lot of different countries. But
yeah. But anyways, with the region-free DVDs, or with the different regions, they kind of made sure you had a, like, say here in the United States, you buy a DVD. you couldn't take it to, say, Japan and go watch it there. Oh no, you have to have a Region 2 DVD to play in, Region 2 DVD player to play their Region 2 DVDs, or have a Region 1 DVD player to play American DVDs over to in Japan.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a little trick that Hollywood wanted to have, so you bought that DVD elsewhere. Yeah, Joe, USA is communist in places too.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe.
So, but anyways, at the time when I was in college, I knew somebody that worked at Toho
Starting
Studios.
at DC.
What?
That's where it starts at. It kind of spread out.
Yes.
I mean, dude, who would have thought that, some of our most mature, the states, the 13 colonies, the 13 original colonies happened to turn out to be some of the most dictatorship fucking places on there. I mean, more gun control than anything else. It's like, dude, that's where we fought for our freedom. I mean, it's just so frustrating, And then them tearing down statues. Oh, that
Yeah.
one. Oh, that one really pisses me off. I don't even care, Confederate or not. You can't just go around removing history, man. But then again, they want to rewrite history. They want to remove our Constitution. That's their ultimate goal in this whole thing. Is they're just like, Constitution. I don't know what you're talking about. Bill of Rights. You ain't got no rights. It's like,
Yeah.
well, yeah. As a matter of fact, yeah, I do. In fact, they're written down in in bold pen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. No, dude, read the Communist Manifesto. It's there, plain, well, black and white, written right there. It's a hard read because it was written by a drunkard, drug addict.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was a drug addict.
he was a drunkard. He was a druggie, and he didn't want to work. That's why he came up with the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah, and that was
Workers of the world unite.
What was
Yeah,
that?
no,
Karl,
dude, you never worked a day in your freaking life.
Who was that? Karl Marx.
Karl Marx.
Marxist.
You know,
hence the term Marxist. Yeah.
and that's one book. Another one, The Naked Communist. Yeah, that's another one. Thank you, American.
You know what I really wish we could do is if we could educate these damn Antifa punks, college students, about what fascism really is. They would be like, oh crap.
No, they don't get that. These people are not taught. These people are indoctrinated. Indoctrination takes years, and unfortunately, it's indoctrination's like a belief system. Okay, the only way you change that belief system is full on. I wouldn't not say force. It's more of a. They'd have to see the true brunt of what they believe in, totally against them. So basically, they'd have to go against the system that they hold so dear, i.e., communism, and have them put in the gulag or in that forced labor camp.
I was gonna say, like the Night of the Long Knives when had all the brown shirts killed. I mean, it would take pretty much a similar event to get these people to wake up. Yeah, and it's sad because they're still human. They're still semi-American, I guess. It's just like you said, they've been taught to believe that everything is fascist, and anybody that believes in patriotism is evil, and man, telling you, We're in a bad state. But you know what? I think the shining light about this is we're Americans. You and I, everybody in this chat, we're Americans. You know what I mean? When we
Yeah.
see the right, you don't push us into a corner. And when you try and tell us what to do, we're going to do exactly the damn opposite. I mean, we did that as kids, but you know what? We do it as adults too. It's like nobody tells me what to do. You know, I mean, if you're at work and your boss asks you, "Hey, I need you to move that to there," that's one thing. But you know, like trying to tell us that we have to go and do something to our body that we don't want to do, um, yeah, that. That's against the Nuremberg Code, isn't it?
Yeah.
Technically, that it's an experiment. It really is.
Yeah, it violates the Nuremberg Code. It's not true informed consent. That's where the whole informed consent is derived from. Is from the Nuremberg trials. Thank you, Dr. Mengele. So, but yeah, the some of the stuff I'm trying to get reposted on my Patreon is some basic stuff. I got to get with Vaughn about the different plumbing styles. With me, I'm used to sweat soldering copper, and
Do you have his number?
Vaughn, I think I do. I have to double check. I mean, a lot of the guys in the R Syndicate, I don't talk to them outside of an email here and there
Hmm.
because
They're busy.
they're busy. I
Yeah,
respect
they're
their
busy people too. They and like with me, it's like the easiest way to get hold of me is with my emails because
yeah.
I turn my ringer off on this thing because otherwise be going off all freaking day long. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
and usually it's scam calls.
yeah,
God, I hate those. But um, it is a total violation of the Nuremberg. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I thought so. I mean, because it's not proven yet. And it's gonna take years, if not a decade, to see if it's even proven. Personally, I think it's just a flu shot on steroids.
It's worse than that. And you and I can talk back channel, but
Yeah,
I just don't want to mention what's all in it
yeah,
that could get your channel
dude.
totally nuked.
I had a buddy of mine, Rip Curl, and I'll mention him by name because like I said, he's a buddy of mine. But like he went and he asked for the ingredients on it. And basically, it was a blank piece of paper. It's like
Mm.
they won't even tell us what's in it. It's like,
Yeah, I've done that too.
well, that's a bit suspicious. Yeah, and it
Yeah,
makes
think.
we call that a clue, folks.
Yeah,
When they won't want to tell you what's in it, you should probably second guess it. But
American Warhorse. You will not find that because of the limited liability protection,
yep,
or the liability protection clause.
for the pharmacies, yep,
Yeah,
those they
for
can.
any hokey pokeys, not just the current
Nope,
one. You
any
have
of
the
them.
current one, the flu, hepatitis, measles, mumps, rubella, all the scheduled hokey pokeys for children. All those
Yep.
are protected.
And
Why?
why
Yeah.
exactly? Why are we not allowed to go after the pharmaceutical companies? What makes them
Oh,
so
I
damn?
know. I know. Maybe it was uh, a cerveza bug scare back in the 1970s known as the swine flu.
Had that? I honestly believe I caught that. That one was
Okay.
that was pretty bad, but I didn't go out and take it.
Actually, well, you'd think, but it was an overreaction, and you got to think who was the president at that time?
In the 90s, that would be the Clintons.
70s. Think 70s.
Oh, in the 70s.
Yes.
That was was that Carter? Was it Jimmy?
Yeah. You had Nixon, you had Ford, you had Carter. Nixon resigned. Then you
Right.
had Ford, and I forget off the top of my head how long Ford was in. He may have
Couple of
served the
years.
rest of the term of Nixon's.
Yeah.
Then you had Carter up until 1980 when Ronnie stepped in.
Yeah.
And then Ronnie went through from 1980 to 88. Then George New World Order Bush stepped
Yep.
in.
Gotta be prudent. Gotta be prudent. Or wouldn't
It's a
be
big
prudent.
idea. A new world order. Oh,
Yeah, he was actually one of the first ones to actually say that out loud.
out loud. Out loud. And just telling you, this is how it is now. Nobody caught it. Oh, I take that back. I wouldn't say nobody,
No,
but
quite
a
a few
good.
did.
There was a few that did. There was a few that did. See where I work. Yeah, Ebola, American War Horse, Ebola. I mean, I got a book about Ebola, trying to figure out what it is.
What's up, Eric?
The Ebola Zaire. That's the airborne version of Ebola. That's the true nasty one. That's the one that
We'll wipe out 50 or 60% of the population.
yeah, because it's airborne. That's the stuff
I mean,
that's the stuff nightmares are made of.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've watched movies like Outbreak and stuff, and
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know exactly how accurate those are, but I'm guessing that's fairly accurate. You start bleeding out of your eyes, your ears, your mouth, everything.
That's Ebola.
It breaks you down from the inside and out.
Yeah, that's Ebola. But the difference between Ebola and the Ebola Zaire strain is the Ebola Zaire strain is airborne, and yeah, it's nasty. So purpose rooms for that, but yeah, that is where any place doing stuff that's with that kind of a bug, you're in a biohazard level 4 lab.
Yep, which means you got the oxygen tube. You got to have an airtight suit. All that.
You're basically in a spacesuit.
Yep, yeah. That's the cleanest room you're ever going to be in.
I wouldn't say cleanest, because back a few years ago, when Jade Helm was going on, there was something. Oh God, I was talking to John about this. I'll have to pull up the email. Some guy from the CDC went missing. He was pretty well up there. He was he went missing, and the big buzz on 4chan was he was Arkancided, and it kind of sounded like it. At the time, the CDC, the time this guy went missing, the CDC was going to Congress asking for money to build a new research facility. Well, gee, 10 years ago, you guys just got a brand new facility, and you're asking for a new one? Why? Now, here's something. If anybody knows construction, your standard office building, especially a laboratory, is good for about, say 15 to 20 years at least. This building wasn't even 10 years old. So something got loose. And I think it was the facility in Chapel Hill. I think. It's been a few years, and I can be wrong. But this it was no, this was I think this was in Georgia. This guy went missing, and it was the facility in Georgia. Okay, I'm sorry. Chapel Hill's in what, South Carolina?
God,
hang on, let me go to the chat.
Yeah.
Let's give it a chance. Folks in the chat.
Yeah,
it's Chapel Hill in South Carolina. North Carolina. Thank you, American Warhorse. Thank you, sir. So, North Carolina. So, that
That's where the
Uh,
facility was, right?
no, the new facility that the CDC wanted to build was in, I think, Atlanta, Georgia.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, there was the buzz was around that, but it didn't get too much interest because of Jade Helm, or was it Jade Helm was going on, and this thing with the CDC kind of took people's direction off of it. Like, oh, what's in this hand?
Yeah,
No, but
exactly.
don't look
Yeah,
at this
yeah.
hand.
Look over here while we're doing this over here. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, no,
So
yeah, they've been doing that forever.
yeah, well, it's yeah, but yeah, oh god,
I know. We're watching literally our world go to shit right in front of us, folks.
yeah,
And I mean, everybody's like, "Well, what are you gonna do about it?" Well, I'm gonna start local because that's the only place I could start. I got decent family and neighbors and decent. We're believe it or not, everybody. Arizona is still a red state. Trust me,
yeah.
it is. This whole last election was a sham. And I think we're about to prove it. They're talking about next Friday, but man, it's like every time they're like, "Oh, we're gonna release all of this," it's like they keep pushing it back, keep pushing it back. This happened, that happened. Apparently, we finally got all of the stuff that we originally subpoenaed. But I guarantee you, man, we're gonna see a lot of Democrats retiring or resigning down here because Americans are livid.
Yeah.
Uh, Arizonans are uh, livid, backwoods, and run. All right, backwoods. I'll catch you later, brother. Hopefully, I'll see you on the After Dark.
Now Benjamin Plant Ghost. Wow. Sorry, I don't speak emoji. That was the to me. That's yeah. No.
Worst strain I run out is coconut. What is that? A coconut? I can't even tell what that is. Hmm.
Cocaine. You run out. You run out of cocaine.
Actually, dude, if I'm gonna die, man, that's not a bad way either. I was thinking in bed with never mind. I can't
The
say it.
booger sugar.
We'll say that. I'll save that for the after dark. Although anybody that watches my after dark already knows how I want to die, coming and going at the same time.
Oh, weed. Okay.
Oh, is that okay? That's what it
Plant
was.
and a
Yeah, we
fridge.
booze. Okay, all right. It's not a bad way to go either. Let's see. I used to live in Lake Havasu, definitely red when yeah, and that's just it, militant roots. We really haven't changed. I mean, there are certain small areas. Well, I mean, actually, if you go to like Tucson, you got areas that are like maybe I would call it purple. It's a mix of some liberals, but you also got a lot of patriots there, and it's the same thing in Phoenix. And not to mention we're a constitutional carry state, so a lot of us carry guns. You know, you can expect if you go into a store with 20 people, you can pretty much expect at least 3 to 5, if not more, are carrying. So
Yeah.
whether it be open or concealed, most of us like to conceal carry just because that doesn't then we're not a target.
Yeah.
And nowadays, man, some of these people are just so stupid about guns. They're like, he's got a gun. Ah. You know what I mean? God, that is just so annoying. Oh my good grief.
Hey, Dangerous. The best life posted. Listening to Art Bell. I posted in the private chat. Listening to the old Art Bell shows lately, I've noticed stuff like this has been going on for a long time. I always thought he was just about aliens, but a lot of it was relevant to today. Yeah, a good friend of mine, he used to board up the local one of the local stations that carried the Art Bell show, and um, it was midnight to 6 a.m. For a lot of the cops listened to Art Bell because the stuff that was going on the streets at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. It was definitely Werewolf Vampire Patrol at that point. So yeah, Art Bell, there was a good chunk about aliens, the paranormal, the super normal, but yeah, and that was probably what got Art Bell threatened, is because he would have people on that were in certain organizations that basically was up to no good, and these organizations almost put a hit on him.
Good.
They kidnapped his son. That's the big rumor is these alphabet agencies kidnapped his son, injected him with HIV.
Wow. That's messed up, Aaron. And that's messed up what you just said, man. Well, in California, they actually made it legal to where if you've got HIV or AIDS, um, you don't have to tell your partner, and it's legal. I mean, like seriously, California. I don't know how. I don't know how a state that used to be so beautiful has gotten so communistic.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a few ideas. They've been infiltrated, stuff like that. A lot of people weren't paying attention, but you could say that about most states. Yeah, it's like when we're supposed to be watching the hen house. We're off. Either working or just out buying shit. You know, it's like the old saying I always bring up. Strong men create good times. Good times
And
create weak men. Weak men create hard times. And then back around the circle. Weak, hard times create strong men. And I think right now that's about where we're at because the strong men are starting to stand up.
yeah.
And I'm not talking about strongest, go pound somebody in the face strong. I mean, strong up here, thinking men, because these people walk around with weak minds. So, got to have a strong mind. But like, seriously, look at we got 37 people in the chat right now. Every single one of them has a strong mind. They're
Yeah.
thinking, they're thinking now, maybe we have disagreements here and there, but, and at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We want liberty. We want to be left the hell alone.
Yeah.
So,
Check out the private chat, that link. You see it?
I'm watching. Okay, I see the link. Oh, is this one of the old Art Bells?
That's his intro music.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to play that on
Yeah,
this.
I know.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, talking about Art Bell, that just brought up. You know that music. I mean, nobody has ever done that bumper music ever since. And even when I had a radio show, I really didn't use that for respect for Art Bell.
Rapscallion. My mind is a rental. Listening at work right now. Okay. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks here at work, but hey, at least you're at work. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Elizabeth? Now, and Aaron, I was going to say, doesn't it seem sometimes like, when New York New York City passes a law, the next thing you know, California passes one even dumber and more stripping of your right. It's just like, oh man, and then you got to throw Massachusetts in there. Massachusetts. What is that? That's the one where you got to have a freaking card just to own a gun,
Mhm.
and then now in California, you got to have a card just so you can buy ammo. Um,
That's how it is
but
in Illinois. Uman
yeah,
was telling me about that.
if you talk to Uman, he would. Nah, it's Illinois.
Yeah,
Illinois, not Illinois. It is
it's
Illinois.
Illinois because it's hell on earth. Best Life. Thank you for that link. I saved it. It's going back to like I think 1992 or something like that of all the Art Bell shows.
In Massachusetts, you have to have what they call a. Wait, is that Illinois or is it I think I can't remember exactly.
FOID card.
Yeah, the FOID card. It's
Yeah,
a firearms owner
yeah.
identification card.
We need more Burt Gummers.
No doubt we do. Well, we
Yeah.
got at least one in the chat. Probably a couple, but I know one in particular.
Yeah. Hey,
Not
Dangerous. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, Helen need a FOID card for farms or ammo. Yeah, Benjamin. Yeah. I'm gonna
okay.
have to sign off, bro. I got a radio show to put on tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
No problem, brother. Hey, thanks for coming and hanging out. And usually I only go for an hour and a half, 2 hours, anyways. So,
Oh, okay.
but I'll be firing up my after dark stream here pretty shortly. Probably around
Okay.
let's see, 7:30 my time. Um, yeah, maybe around eight or so. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be tired by midnight. If I'm still awake at midnight. So, anyways,
That's midnight your time, right?
yeah, midnight my time. Yeah, it's like
That's
4 hours.
what, Mountain or Pacific?
Pacific. Actually, it's Arizona time. And we
Well,
don't have the time change. You know, I think right now, I think Arizona and Hawaii are the only two that don't have the daylight savings stuff going on. But
I thought it was just the East Coast.
no, actually, I've got a buddy of mine, Steve, and he's like, no, Hawaii doesn't do the daylight savings either. So,
Oh, okay. So
but
basically, generally, you're on Pacific. Normally, you'd be on Pacific time, right?
yeah, absolutely, yep.
Okay. Yeah, for us that live east of the Mississippi, we kind of need to have that kind of clarification. Outdoor adventures, yes. Thank you for letting
And
me.
I know, I think everybody in here already is subbed to my Dangerous Freedom After Dark.
Okay.
No, Joyful is that problem for? Yeah,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
dude, definitely. Like last time I checked, like last time I bought ammo online, they're like, do you live in this state, or this state? And California is definitely one of them. I can't remember all of them. There was like 4 that they listed. If you live in these states, we can't ship to you.
Can't ship ammo. You can't ship these.
Nope.
Oh, that's something else I wanted to throw up to your viewers. This is a MSR inline filter for those who have more modern Camelbacks.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, it doesn't have the lifespan as the Sawyer Mini, but at the same time, these will help filter out funky water in case the things go south.
Yeah, you have to like dip it in a pond.
Yeah, and these these are set up to be plugged in because a lot of your new Camelbacks have these connectors where you can remove the drinking tube from the base of the Camelback. Or the bladder, I should say, right? Ron?
Good to know.
Okay.
All right, and
well,
I guess that
you understand.
Ron Stryker, you got anything to shill before we get out of here, bro?
Not shilling, but basically get your basic supplies. You know, like Kaz always says,
Food,
food,
water.
water, bullets, beans, band-aids, bullets,
Yeah,
band-aids, beans, and water, and
yeah.
knowledge. And right now, the knowledge
Knowledge.
is, yeah, the knowledge, especially your uh, uh, important skills like medical. That's
Yeah.
that's a and I urge everyone out there to get knowledge and uh, get your health in order, because with uh, the bugs that's going around now, you got to have your immune system fully up and operational. I mean,
Yep.
fully fine tuned.
And I'll tell you what, man, this iced tea kills about every bug.
Is that twisted tea?
Something like that.
But yeah, the
Uh,
getting your multivitamins in, especially the big three: zinc, vitamin C, and
and
vitamin D3. Iodine, if your body can handle it. Um, I know the iodine supplements. Some people are allergic to it. A lot of people are allergic to them. But try and find foods that are high in natural iodine, like
I
some
can't.
types of seaweed.
Somebody
Um, yeah.
can
Uh,
one of my mods drop the link for? I don't know if she's just joking around because she's always on there. So, but yeah, if somebody can drop the link for the Dangerous Freedom After Dark, um, just in case I can't see how she's not subbed. But anyways, I'll be live in about 20 minutes or so. I've got to go change, roll a couple cigarettes and stuff like that. But I will be back very shortly. Ron, thank you very much for coming on and being
thanks
a
for having me.
great co-host. Great co-host, a lot of knowledge to spit, and this is right from the horse's mouth, man.
Yeah.
He literally works there. He's seeing this shit go on right
And we
now.
got the blob.
He got the floor. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right,
Oh, that was funny. All
everybody.
right, thanks, Ron.
I'm gonna end this one, and we'll see y'all. I'll see y'all after dark.